Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moment, the place where every second of Jimin and Jungkook's time together becomes an unforgettable story. In the dazzling world of K-pop, where lights and cameras never stop flashing, there is one thing that cannot be faked: genuine gazes and meaningful touches. And today, we're diving into one of the most intimate and authentic moments between two people who have made fans' hearts race time and again: Jimin and Jungkook. From the emotional atmosphere of Jin's solo concert to heartwarming live broadcasts, what they show is more than just interactions between colleagues. This is a story of closeness, subtle affection, and a love that reveals itself quietly behind the scenes. So, get your heart ready, because what we're about to see isn't fan service, but something much more real. Let's begin. Jimin and Jungkook have always displayed a special connection. Over time, they've given us many moments that reflect the deep affection they have for each other. On several occasions, their gestures and glances have made it clear that there's something more than just friendship between them. One of the most memorable moments happened during Jin's solo concert. That day, Jimin and Jungkook came together, and it was very clear how happy they were just being in the same place. They moved with the rhythm in perfect sync, as if each movement of one was naturally followed by the other, without needing any words. In the concert footage, it was obvious how Jungkook smiled at Jimin, and Jimin responded with the same warmth. They weren't just enjoying the concert, they were enjoying being together. Their harmony has only grown stronger every time they appear in public, whether during major events or casual live streams. In one of their recent live broadcasts, the intimacy between Jimin and Jungkook was especially evident. From the very beginning, the atmosphere between them was full of trust. Jimin sat very close to Jungkook, and at every opportunity he found ways to gently touch him, whether through gestures or light, meaningful touches. It was obvious these weren't accidents. They were sincere expressions of Jimin's affection toward Jungkook, and more importantly, Jungkook reciprocated with the same gentleness. Throughout the broadcast, they hugged and joked with a closeness only shared by two people who deeply understand one another. Jungkook, with his soft demeanor, always smiled when Jimin looked at or touched him. This dynamic has consistently shown itself in many of their appearances. When they're together, it's clear they enjoy each other's presence, with no need for explanation. The way they look at each other, speak, and behave reflects a bond that isn't temporary, but something built on time, trust, and affection. Sometimes during live streams, it's like they forget a camera is even recording. Jimin, for instance, often laughs freely at Jungkook's comments, or naturally leans into him. Likewise, Jungkook always finds ways to make Jimin laugh, through jokes, playful teasing, or simple gestures. All of this reinforces the belief that their connection is genuine and goes far beyond professionalism. The way they respect each other also reflects the depth of their relationship. They don't just care for one another through gestures, but also through words. They often express admiration openly, and that's a key part of the affection they share. Even when not directly stated, their actions say enough. The way Jimin looks at Jungkook when he sings, or how Jungkook listens intently whenever Jimin speaks, all show how much they value and love each other. There are countless moments that show how important Jimin is to Jungkook, and how their relationship goes far beyond what's seen on the surface. One example is when they were eating pizza together. When Jimin struggled to cut a slice, Jungkook quietly helped him without saying much. He didn't just do it out of politeness. He did it because he cares and doesn't want Jimin to struggle or get hurt. These small repeated gestures over the years have become proof of a deep concern. On the show, Are You Sure?, many scenes revealed just how natural and close they really are. They often shared food from the same plate or fed each other, as if they had lived together for years. It wasn't for the cameras. It came from genuine comfort and affection. They cooked together too, and while many might assume it's part of their job, over time it became clear that they truly enjoyed it. Jungkook would even cook for Jimin often, making sure he was okay, especially when Jimin was feeling unwell or tired. In one episode of Are You Sure?, when Jimin looked exhausted, Jungkook took over cooking and stayed by his side without leaving for even a second. Such care isn't always found in other relationships, especially in an industry as tough as entertainment. Though many still refuse to acknowledge the reality, or try to push other pairings like Jungkook and Taehyung. The connection between Jungkook and Jimin speaks for itself. For years, they have shared glances, touches, and moments that signify something deeper than friendship. This isn't imagination or edited clips. It's the way they choose each other, protect each other, and treasure every small meaningful detail. Their relationship has been built slowly, without the need for grand declarations. They're not trying to convince anyone. They simply have each other, and that seems to be enough. That's why so many who follow them can feel what's between them, even if others choose to look away. This isn't about imagining something that isn't there, but about recognizing and appreciating the real moments they've shown us. The relationship between Jimin and Jungkook feels strong, consistent, and full of care. The most genuine part about them is how they always find their way back to each other. Day by day, performance after performance, moment after moment, they remain together. While many people focus on superficial things or other connections that never quite match this intensity, the love between Jimin and Jungkook remains clear. In every gesture, every shared silence, and every moment where they quietly look after each other. The way they are together isn't just about smiles or sweet gestures. There is something deeper that continues to shine through, even in their silence. This bond is evident in the simplest things, like how they look at each other, reach out for one another when needed, or understand each other without saying a word. It's not something that happens between all BTS members, even in the tensest moments. With them, the connection is always present, wherever they are, whenever it is. During rehearsals, they often search for each other with their eyes. If one of them looks tired, the other always finds a way to draw near, whether with a smile, a touch, or a quiet, comforting whisper. And this intimacy isn't only seen on stage or behind cameras. It shows up in travel vlogs, photo shoots, and interviews. There are always these little moments, Jimin fixing Jungkook's jacket, or Jungkook offering him a drink without being asked. In group interviews, they often sit beside each other, touching arms naturally, or exchanging glances when something funny or important is said. There's no dramatization, just the way they are, sincere and real. Even before performances, we can see how they help each other. In behind-the-scenes videos, Jimin is seen helping Jungkook stay focused, or Jungkook leans in to whisper something that makes Jimin laugh and relax. This is more than professional support. It's a kind of presence that truly matters. A best friend, not just a coworker. On stage, their interactions also have a unique quality. Even when all members perform with energy and precision, Jimin and Jungkook have a special way of connecting. A look between songs, a gentle touch on the arm or back, even small gestures only they seem to understand, all of it shows that their presence for each other isn't about obligation, but a choice filled with love. Many people try to define this relationship as best friends, as brothers. But what we see, beyond all interpretations, is a strong bond built on mutual respect and unconditional love. No matter the place or situation, whether on a world tour, a TV show, or a homemade video, the essence of their relationship remains the same, choosing each other. No words, no rush, no hiding. They always walk side by side, even in a crowd, even when everything feels like noise. In a world full of speculation and narratives shaped by cameras, the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook stands firm on something real, choosing one another, with no need for explanation. From the stage to behind the scenes, from quiet laughter to warm hugs, every moment between them shares one thread: sincerity. We may never know the full story, but one thing is certain: they are each other's home. If you also feel the warmth in every interaction between them, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to keep up with more heartfelt Jikook moments that we'll continue to share with love and care. See you in the next video, and as always, keep believing in what feels real.